This spongy melt in mouth rasmalai can be easily made at home and you can make it too. Watch the video till the end. I'm going to show you with all the tips. For the good quality rasmalai, the paneer has to be made at home. So we are going to start with making paneer. In a stainless steel kadai, I added little bit of water and then 6 cups of full fat milk. We need to boil this milk. I'll be stirring it in every now and then, making sure it's not sticking to the bottom. It takes about 15-20 minutes to boil the milk. When milk comes to a rolling boil, I'm going to turn off the heat and now I'm going to stir it because milk is super hot. We need to bring down the temperature a little bit. So maybe for a minute I'm going to stir it vigorously to release the steam. And now it's time to add vinegar. This is 1/4 cup of vinegar. I'm going to add a little bit at a time. It is very important to make soft paneer to make spongy rasmalai. That's why we add little bit of vinegar at a time. If we add it all at once, we may get hard paneer. So little bit of vinegar, maybe 1 tablespoon at a time, stir it. We need to see big pieces of curds. So I added another tablespoon of vinegar. I'm going to stir it again. How do you know the paneer is ready? You will see big pieces of curd and very light yellow color of water separated, and that's what we want. So whey and curd should be separated and the whey color should be light yellow. That's when we know our paneer is ready and it's very well separated. So I'm going to stop adding vinegar. So I needed only 2 tablespoons of vinegar for 6 cups of milk. Now quickly I'm adding couple of cubes of ice to bring down the temperature because we want really soft paneer. Now let this ice melt and then we are going to strain it. Time to strain our paneer. We are going to separate the curds and whey. I have a colander underneath. There is a container, colander and the fabric on top. This is muslin cloth and let's just strain it. After dumping all the paneer and water on the top of the fabric, we are going to bring the corners together, drain as much water as possible and then we are going to wash the paneer with ice cold water. That will bring down the temperature of the paneer, which makes our paneer very soft, and also washing takes out the taste of vinegar. So if there is any tartness remaining, it will go away. Then we are going to gently squeeze it to get more water out of that paneer. If you have more time on hand, you can hang the paneer for about 15-20 minutes instead of squeezing it. When most of the water is squeezed out, we are going to mash the paneer. Paneer's texture is grainy in the beginning, but as we mash it, it's going to be super soft like a roti dough. Now you can mash it by hand, but I'm going to use my small blender jar. Just pulse it lightly. Do not run too much, otherwise the fat will come out and paneer will not be soft. So let's just pulse it quickly. I just turned the blender on and off couple of times and paneer is ready. It's super soft and there aren't any grains, and this is what we want. So now we are going to shape them into balls and patties. As you can see, our paneer is super soft. That means our rasmalai is going to be super soft and spongy. Now we are going to divide them in smaller portions and then make the balls and then press them into patties. The balls or patties should be small size because when we cook them in sugar syrup, they are going to double in size. So these should not be very big. Once these are divided in smaller pieces, we are going to roll them till they are very smooth. There should not be any cracks on the balls, and then we are going to press it gently to make small patties. It is very important not to have any cracks on them, otherwise when they cook in the syrup, they might break down. Let's roll them all. All the patties are done. Let's make the syrup now. For the syrup, we need 4 cups of water and bring this to a boil. When water starts boiling, we are going to add 1 cup of sugar. We are going to make very light syrup. So it's 1 cup of sugar and 4 cups of water. Let's stir it until sugar is dissolved and then we are going to let it come back to boil again. Sugar is completely dissolved and I see small bubbles at the bottom of the kadai. That means our syrup is ready and is about to boil. So it's time to add our rasmalai patties or balls. We are going to add them all at once, then gently stir it and then cover it and let it boil for 15 to 20 minutes. At this point, we are not going to open the lid at all for next 15 to 20 minutes. If we see the balls are sticking to each other or on top of each other, we are going to move the pan holding by the handle instead of of opening the lid. The syrup or water has started boiling. You can see through the glass. I'm not going to open the glass. I just want to move the kadai gently so they do not stick to each other. And that's what I'm going to do it every now and then, maybe after 2-3 minutes, and going to set my timer for 15 minutes and let this cook completely. In few minutes I'll show you they're going to puff up and double in size. Another 5 minutes have passed and you can see the space in between them is completely covered. That means they have puffed up, and it's a good sign that our rasmalai are going to be nice and spongy. I'm super happy to show you they have puffed up so well. There is not any remaining space in between them, and it's time to turn off the heat. It's been 15 to 17 minutes. I'm going to just let them rest and cool down completely before I take them out of the syrup. Our rasmalai is ready to be assembled now, but before that I want to show you if it's done right or not. So I'm going to squeeze all the water as much as possible, and then we are going to add it to the plain water. It sinks to the bottom and it's going to puff up again. That means rasmalai is done well and it's nice and spongy. If we are able to squeeze out all the syrup without breaking the rasmalai, that means it's well done. Now we are going to serve it. I'll show you how to serve it. First, we are going to squeeze out extra water or syrup as much as possible. Then only it's going to absorb the ras, and put it onto a plate. Scoop out some ras on top, which I made it earlier. These rasmalai patties should be drenched in ras because they are going to soak up this sweet goodness. If you don't know how to make this ras or flavored milk, let me know in the comments and I'll add the recipe to the description. Our delicious rasmalai is ready. All we need to do is garnish it with pistachio powder, chill it and serve it. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll be happy to answer.